Top 10 Best Places to Visit in Dubai. Dubai is one of those magical cities that went from being an empty desert to one of the world's biggest metropolises within a couple of decades. Now, there's always those famous Dubai destinations that everyone wants to visit one day. But an insider will tell you that there's much more to Dubai than what you saw on those Pinterest boards. In this video, we'll be going over 10 of Dubai's hidden gems that you probably hadn't even heard of. But before we get started, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Now let's explore Dubai. 10. Butterfly Garden. Beautiful, mesmerizing, and full of color, butterflies are always a visual treat, and Dubai is unexpectedly the best place to find them. The Dubai Butterfly Garden is the largest covered butterfly garden in the world, home to an astonishing 15,000 butterflies. This building is sectioned out into 10 individual domes. Each of them is carefully designed to mimic the natural habitat of the butterflies that live in it. 50 different species of butterflies from all over the world flutter about in these gorgeous domes. Take a trip around the globe as you walk through thousands of butterflies flying all around you and check out their unique habitats. It's a sight you can't experience anywhere else. 9. Dubai Miracle Garden. Right next to the Butterfly Garden is the Dubai Miracle Garden. It too holds the record for being the largest of its kind. The entire garden is 72,000 square meters and filled with flowers. In the full bloom season, which is usually at the start of winter, there are over 150 million flowers in the garden overall. The garden has been split up into sections with various mind-blowing attractions to make navigating through it easier. From an Airbus, a 380 double-decker, jumbo jet made entirely of flowers, to a whole sunflower field, they have it all. To top things off, when walking from section to section, you get to go through unique tunnels, and one of them is an umbrella tunnel. The Dubai Miracle Garden happens to be one of the most Instagrammable places in Dubai, yet it's one that people often forget to visit. 8. Dubai Autodrome. You can't visit Dubai and not go to a place filled with fast cars. Dubai Autodrome is the perfect place to see if you're a fan of motorsports, or everything cars in general. The Autodrome has a circuit spanning 5.39 kilometers that's been sanctioned by the FIA themselves. The course has 6 different configurations, so you're always in to see something new. Apart from the course, there's also a racing school. You can take part in the fun too, by going to their indoor and outdoor kart tracks at the Kartdrome. The Autodrome also has a retail plaza and lots of other recreational facilities that could keep you and your family busy for a whole day. 7. Dubai Historical District. Dubai might have changed drastically over the past few decades, but that doesn't mean you can't experience history there. Al Fahidi is one of the oldest heritage sites that's still standing in the city. In the 1800s, Al Fahidi was known as Bastakia, and it was bustling with textile and pearl trade. However, it's not a boring old heritage site with dirt everywhere. It's been redone to resemble what the original district would have looked like. There are museums, art galleries, and exhibitions. Al Fahidi also has cafes, where you can have a delicious, traditional Emirati breakfast, attend a storytelling session, and learn about the history of UAE inside the Sheikh Mohammed Center for Cultural Understanding. If you want to learn about the history of the land, Dubai's historical district is a place you cannot miss. 6. Jumeirah Archaeological Site. If the historical district seems too updated to you, you can go old school and visit the Jumeirah Archaeological Site instead. This site was first excavated in 1969, and even today, new artifacts are being discovered there every day. Archaeologists have put together the entire layout of the city that once stood at this site. There was a mosque, residential houses, and a caravanserai, or guest house that merchants would stay at as they worked along the Iraq and Oman trading routes. Among the findings are coins from the Abbasid period, pots and plates dating back to the 9th century AD, and glass and stone artifacts. You can visit the iconic landmarks, go skydiving, and even dine at a unique, eco-friendly restaurant right in the middle of the desert. The archaeological site at Jumeirah transports you back to the 9th century in the most breathtaking way. 5. Desert Safari Skiing. When you think of skiing in Dubai, you might think of the giant indoor skiing resort that everyone knows about, but that's not the one on our list. Instead of heading indoors, Desert Safari takes you deep into the desert. you can go sandboarding and ski on the dunes. To do this, you don't even need to have prior skiing or sandboarding experience. Just grab a sandboard and go for it. If you fall, the soft sand will be right there to break your fall. Once you're done skiing, you can even take a camel ride back to a local restaurant to enjoy a nice Emirati dinner before heading back for the night. 4. Al-Qudra Lakes. Al-Qudra Lakes is a man-made oasis that was made as part of the Al Marmoum Desert Conservation Reserve. Mesmerizingly unreal, it's open 24/7, so you can visit it whenever you're in Dubai. But winter is the best time to go as the weather isn't unbearably hot. The lake has several small islands on it that are home to hundreds of birds. There are flamingos, swans, ducks, and tons of different species that you might not be able to see in the main city, so bring your binoculars along. Since the oasis is as natural as can be, there aren't any restaurants or cafes in the area. You have to ride in on a 4x4 because it's purposely set far away from roads. However, visitors are allowed to have picnics and barbecues if they please. For those who love being active, wherever they go, there's an 84-kilometer bicycle track that runs around the entire oasis, so you get to go in deep and see everything the area has to offer firsthand. But that isn't all. If you plan your visit a little later in the day, you'll even get to see a spectacular, unforgettable sunset, far from the hustle and bustle of the main city. If you love nature, Al-Qudra Lakes is a place you need to see for yourself. 3. Al-Barari Farm. Al-Barari Farm is easily the greenest place in all of Dubai. It's a massive rainforest right in the middle of the desert. Visit the Greenworks Nursery, spend time around the calming streams that run through the entire farm, unwind at their spa and wellness center, or just have a nice relaxing meal at the farm restaurant. Explaining what it feels like to be at Al-Barari Farm won't do it justice. You have to experience it yourself. This is the perfect place to escape the heat of the city and spend a day in a little piece of heaven. 2. Al Marmoum Dubai Camel Racetrack. Fast cars and races may be what comes to mind when you first think of Dubai, but the real fun of being lies in the desert where fast cars are pretty much useless. Instead of getting around on wheels, take things back to the olden days of desert sports. Camel racing. At the Al Marmoum Dubai Camel Racetrack, you can watch giant 60 camel races. As soon as the whistle blows and the gates open, you see giant camels with their majestic long legs run with the wind to the end of the track. 4x4 trucks follow them as they go, and it's something that could only really exist in a city like Dubai. The races are for early risers though. They start at around 7 a.m. You can even visit the Dubai Camel Racing Club, ride the camels, and take pictures with them before they head onto the track. 1. Burj Khalifa. We can't end our video about the places you need to see in Dubai without mentioning the one thing that it's known for, the iconic Burj Khalifa building. Standing at 2,716.5 feet, it's the tallest building in the world. Seeing the skyscraper from the outside is insane enough, but if you go inside and the decks on the 124th, 125th, and 148th floors, you get a 360-degree view of the entire city. On the 125th floor, the deck's glass floor cracks as you walk on it, a special effect added to make your experience more thrilling. Standing there feels like you're literally floating on top of the world. A visit to Dubai is incomplete without a visit to Burj Khalifa. That'll be all for our top 10 best places to visit in Dubai. Which of these locations would you like to go see first? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for more.